I don't think obsession's a bad thing at all.
I don't either.
I think it could get to a point where you're like obsessing over that one little bit of fat that's here. Like that could maybe start getting unhealthy. But for the most part, I just think people that are obsessed are fucking hyper-focused. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Battle Ready Show. Me and Leighton, we're going to talk about fitness being a tool today, Leighton.
What kind of tool?
Like
Is it a tool or does it make you a tool?
It's a tool, but
right,
it could
okay.
make you a tool too. I mean, like, if you're a dick and you get abs, you're just a dick with abs, right? You've seen those guys. Like, they're just absolute helmets. They don't work on themselves from that perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, we derailed real quick.
I'm sorry, my bad. See, that's my job. That's my job here. I'm the derailer. Yeah, I got you. Okay, we'll bring you back on track. Fitness is a tool. Okay.
30 seconds in and we're talking about dicks with abs. Like, what the fuck? But, yeah, man, like, it's one of those things, dude, where it's a tool to make you better. It's one of many things in an arsenal that should be progressing you forward. If it's something that's now getting to a point where it's like hindering you or making you worse off, you're doing it wrong.
What would that look like? Because I'm thinking like someone might be thinking, well, how could fitness be bad for you? Like,
sure.
You know, what does it look like for you?
Okay, so I mean, I guess from my perspective, when fitness becomes something that's bad, it's when it starts being the reason that you slow down. So let's say you're sore for 5 to 6 days after a workout. Like, you fucking smash your legs so hard that 6 days later you're still walking wrong. Like, that's at that point, that's not healthy. You're doing something wrong. It might be that the workout was solid, but then the back end of that is not solid. Your nutrition sucks, your recovery sucks, or something. Or where, like, you just get no sleep because you've run a very high dose of Trenbolone and you have the night trauma and you just don't sleep. Yeah. Not healthy.
Right.
Like,
what about obsession? You think obsession could be bad or not really?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think obsession's a bad thing.
Oh, I got him.
I don't think obsession's a bad thing at all.
I don't either.
I think it could get to a point where you're like obsessing over that one little bit of fat that's here. Like, that could maybe start getting unhealthy. But for the most part, I just think people that are obsessed are fucking hyper-focused. Like, I don't see obsession as a bad thing. I see it as being like locked in, completely intentional what the fuck you want, and ultimately hunting that down with no excuses. Right. That to me is obsession.
Beautiful thing. Yeah, exactly.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Like, I've done that with my businesses. I've done that with my fitness, with my relationship. Like, you're just all in on that one thing and you like laser-like focused. That's a good thing. I think it can get to a bad thing when it becomes like it takes over your life completely.
Right, yeah.
To the point where, yeah, like you become, like, I don't know another word for it, so I'm just going to say obsessive, but there's another word that's like negative of that, right? I just can't think of it right now. Right. But where, like I said, you're like, oh my God, I got this tiny piece of fat here, it has to go. Like, that's not, like, you're supposed to have fat on your body.
Right.
You're 0% fat, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't be there.
Right.
So, yeah, man, it's just like, I think it's got to get to a point where you have we talk about balance and like relationship. I don't think balance is real either. I think it just has to be a relationship where it works within your schedule. It works within everything that you do. So you have to have a healthy relationship with your fitness, with your nutrition, with your mindset, with your spouse, with your kids, etc. As long as you've got those healthy relationships going, you're on the right track. As soon as fitness is the reason you get no sleep and you're stressed out and like, you can go there. And then now all of a sudden fitness is no longer a tool that's serving you, it's hindering you.
Right.
Because if it's the reason you're tired, overworked, like overstressed, etc., now when you go to your day-to-day life, you're showing up with all of those symptoms because of the way in which you train. Your training's supposed to make you better. It's supposed to be a tool in the arsenal that moves you forward, not pulls you backwards.
Right.
So that's where I think fitness needs to be for everyone. It needs to be to a point where, like, and actually, this is a good example. Nate, for the longest time, was running that 1,000 and something days in a row. And it got to a point where our guy was running like marathons and shit every day. It's like he was taking away massive chunks of time with his family.
Right.
That's no longer healthy. That's no longer efficient. And he's the first one to tell you it. If you watch, I think it's episode 2.
Yeah, I think so.
Episode 2. He talks about the fact that it was robbing him of family time. Like, that's not healthy.
Right.
It needs to be a point where you can fit it in your day and still function and still have the family time, and it's not ruining something else as a result. Like, there's plenty of battle-ready guys who've dialed in their fitness and now their business is better for it. Their wives love them more for it because they look better, they feel better, so they turn up better. Like, that's what I truly believe fitness should be. The moment it stops becoming that, you need to have a good hard look in the mirror and reassess what you're doing and why.
Yeah, it's trouble.
Yeah. Especially if it's not your full-on career. Like, if you're Phil Heath, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Arnold, those kind of guys, this is your fucking career. At that point, yeah, you have to worry about that little piece of fitness. Yeah. Like, that's a problem for you.
Yeah.
But you and me, bro, we run businesses. We do our own thing. The fitness is to supplement our business. It's to make me turn up a better version for me, for my staff, for one, but then over and above that, for the guys that I service on a daily basis.
Right.
If I'm turning up worse off because of the fact that my fitness is fucked and I'm doing it where it's not serving me, like, now fitness is not a good thing anymore. And it's taking away from my ability to serve you, my ability to serve the business, my ability to serve my family, etc.
Right.
So I guess, I mean, have you experienced this at all, ever?
Yeah,
It's kind of shown up?
Yeah, I mean, like, well, not in a negative way, but like, as like you said, as a tool. Like, it's a, dude, everything has gotten better since then. I mean, as far as just speaking about myself and my personal experience first, feeling more confident, feeling better about myself in other ways, not just physically, but just mentally. The fact that sometimes I don't feel like getting up and training, the fact that I still get up and go, you feel more confident in that aspect as well. And then also with family too, compliments go, oh wow, like, I can tell you're working out, or, help me with my stuff. Like, they start asking for advice or whatever. Wife obviously excited about seeing me building myself in this way. So it's been, yeah, it's like you said, a tool, man, to grow in all kinds of different ways, man. It's the best, like, self-development program you can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually challenging yourself in the gym every day. Yeah, there's nothing better than that. Yeah,
I think the only time it does become, like, a negative is when you push that envelope too far.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you go out the other side. Because I've been that guy where I went too far, and it all of a sudden became like I was in the gym for 2 to 3 hours in the morning, then I was working out at lunchtime, and then I was 2 to 3 hours at night.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden 6 hours, 7 hours of my day is focusing on the gym.
Right.
I mean, there was intention behind it. I was coming into the project, so I had to get project ready, and I had a lot of work to do. And I knew that. So, like, nutrition was dialed, and I was working out, and I was consistent, and mornings were weight training, afternoons was HIIT, evening was just cardio. And it was like, that was every day of my life for like 100 days or 120 days or something like that. But it was intentional. It was on purpose. And I knew that I was coming in to do something that I knew was going to be hard, and that I had to push myself outside of whatever comfort zone I had, because if I turned up here soft and fluffy, my performance here would be soft and fluffy. And I also understood, even though it was only class 2, I watched enough of a scissor reel to know that if you want to get the most out of it, you better turn up in the best possible shape that you can. So that was like mission focused, bro. Like, fucking, I'm coming in an absolute savage of a human being, and I'm going to get the most out of it, because if I turn up strong and they can break that strongest version of me, I can only get stronger from that point. But if I turn up like half-assing it and I'm kind of halfway there and they break me, I'm like, well, of course they were going to break me, because I'm half-assing this shit. I'm half of who I should be. So I went that route where I was like obsessed with it, to the point where it was borderline unhealthy, and my body ached, and I was tired, and I was sore. I was so tired. I don't know if I told you this, dude, but I was so fucking tired and sore. One day I did something to my my lower lat, and put an ice pack on the floor, and I lay on the ice pack and I fell asleep, and I burnt my back.
Yeah, you tell me that.
And I fucking ice burnt the shit out of my fucking back, dude. It was nasty.
Dang.
Like, I sat up and the ice pack was stuck to me, and I had to like peel it off with there was no one in my house, so it was just me. I was like peeling it off my back with the wall, and then like it took skin with it and stuff. It was fucked. And like for a good 2 weeks, couldn't even sleep on my back because my back was so burnt, and I was sleeping on my side, and it was nasty. So like, I've been there.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable.
Right.
I also pushed myself to borderline hypothermia. I was in an ice bath for like 45 minutes. And then I struggled to get out. Luckily, it was one of those like floaty ones where you just put it in your shower. So I basically just pushed the sides down so that all the water went out. And then I had to like roll on out of that bitch and like basically dried myself and rolled into bed. And I just shivered for like fucking about 2 hours, just like couldn't get warm. It was nasty. Had the heated blanket going and everything. And it was just fucked. So that's not healthy. But I've like pushed the limit of what's healthy and not healthy to understand that like I know where good is. And I know that I can come into the gym for an hour a day and I can fucking smash it. That's healthy. It's a good balance. I do it while everyone else is asleep. I don't sacrifice time with my family. Yeah, I sacrifice a bit of sleep and could probably do with that hour sometimes, to be fair, because we're hard charging individuals. We run at 500 miles an hour, just is what it is. But I also know that if I don't do that workout, I know how I show up. And then I don't show up the way I want to show up. We talked about this on a couple episodes ago or something.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I wanted to kind of get that out there and just explain to people that like, because some people will wear it like a badge of honor too. Oh, I did this nasty workout and I was sore for 10 days. Bro, fuck me. That's not healthy. That's not good.
It's not a flex, bro.
Like, that's not a good thing. That's a terrible, terrible thing where your nutrition, your sleep, your stress, your recovery, or your workouts, or all of it is fucked. Because you shouldn't be sore for more than 3 days, maybe 4 days. If you are, you need to rethink your strategy. Exactly. Have a conversation with your coach, because 4 days is like the max.
Right.
Then you need to start rethinking your strategy, rethinking your nutrition, the way you train, because you're coming out too hot. That's how you fucking guys get rhabdo in the project and stuff. Like, they just come out and they wreck themselves.
Yeah.
And then next minute, dude's in hospital with fucking numbers through the roof.
Not good, man. Not a good look, man. So like you said, it's a tool.
Yeah.
But just be careful on how you use said tool, because it could be the downfall of you really quickly. You know what I'm saying? If you let it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But with anything. It's not just fitness. Yeah. I mean, anything.
A hammer is a tool that you can bring a lot of people down with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like you can use it to nail a wall, or you can use it to take someone's life. Like,
exactly.
Use it accordingly. Like,
right.
Fitness is the same.
Right.
The same as nutrition. Nutrition is the same. Most people abuse their nutrition, which is why they're fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, if you just utilize nutrition the way it was supposed to be utilized,
you'd be good.
It's a wrap. You're good. Yeah. You're in a good place.
Good perspective, man.
We fucking utilize it in the wrong way. Me too. Yeah. Bro, food for me is one of the last remaining vices I have. I don't need alcohol. I don't need drugs. I don't need games. I don't need much stuff.
Right.
But food for me is a fucking battle.
Love food, yeah.
Dude, I love food.
Yeah.
I love donuts. I love pizza. We covered this shit. I love all the stuff I shouldn't be eating. Ice cream? Oh my fuck. Smash ice cream. Pizza? It's a wrap. Hannah makes this bomb ass fucking pizza for me because she knows how much I love pizza.
Yeah.
She makes the crust out of chicken. So it's a chicken pizza, but the base is chicken.
Yeah.
Bro, now I can eat all the pizza in the world.
Oh, see, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not fucking being an asshole.
For sure.
I'm hitting my macros. It's got the right amount of fats. It's got carbs. Money.
There we go, man. That's a tool right there.
That's why you need a good wife too.
Exactly.
One who understands you.
Yeah.
She's on board with your mission.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother fucking. We need to go for days. But the point is,
don't go to that
it has
one.
to be a fucking. It has to be a tool that you use for good, not evil. And you can use anything for good or evil.
Yeah.
Like, I can use this to take someone's life, or I can use to make my protein shake.
Right.
Like, that's what we're doing here.
There you go.
Utilize your fitness for good. Make sure that it's putting you in the right place.
Fire.
What else you got?
One. That's all I got,
That's it?
man. That's good, dude. That was
Easy?
good. Yep. Easy.
Put a bow on it?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. Hey, listen, guys, do me a favor. Drop in the comment section below what you think good fitness looks like, what you think good nutrition looks like. I would love to just have a quick little look over it, kind of give you some pointers if necessary. If not, don't worry about it. It's all good. If you want that free piece of coaching, drop the comment below. I'm more than happy to help you out. We'll see you guys next week. Like, subscribe, share. Cheers for now.
Boom.